Hey, it was good. It's your Drayson, Aerithist, or Joey, and today we're doing the film director's commentary over this movie I made. And sorry for the crappy video quality. It's the best I can do right now. Normally I have it like zoomed in and stuff, but let's just deal with this for now. Anyways, if you want to watch this movie for yourself before I start talking about it, then I highly recommend watching it for yourself. Because it'll get really confusing just by listening to me and stuff. So, what this is, it's as it says there, it's a FNAF inspired plush series, and it is about this massive freaking series I made about the FNAF plushes. And basically, what it's about is plushes are. I'm not gonna explain the lore. I'm just gonna explain about this movie right here. Basically, this movie right here acts like the beginning to it all. Like this is the first thing you're supposed to watch for everything to make sense, if that makes sense. And sorry if I kind of space out my words and stuff. It's because it's kind of really hard for me to talk while listening to the movie at the same time, if that makes sense. Kind of distracting. So I have my ears plugged in right now with my fingers and whatnot. And this right here, I'm just gonna get right into it without the intro. This right here, this movie, in fact, almost half of it is completely content that already exists on my channel. Basically, I just clipped a bunch of episodes of Stupid FNAF Plush Fricks that are related to each other around the same time frame together, and and then to fill in the gaps, I made completely new scenes to make it a movie.
Hope you're right about that.
This is Cap and Mr. Oldblade after moving to America.
Another night again, isn't it? Yeah.
I'm gonna turn the volume down pretty much to a very low volume so you can hear me more. So what they're doing is they're chilling out here because they left their foreign country after some crap happened. I'm gonna try my best not to swear here because I want my director's cut videos to be family friendly, unlike most other content.
Stand down.
This scene right here, this prologue bit is one of the videos I was talking about that was later put into this movie. This video was part of an episode that existed a year before this movie happened.
Killed him. He was my only friend. I had to do what had to be done. You are trespassing.
Let me turn this off real quick so I don't drain my Xbox batteries. Alright, there we go.
Our property has been for 5 years.
Oh, and by the way, I made this movie in 5 days. I'm not even kidding. I got this crappy laptop behind me on the desk. And I just used my phone to film all this, and it somehow only took me 5 days to film everything. Also, since my phone can't record hour-long videos at once, I have to split this into parts. So I'll probably cut this off around the 50-minute mark, and then I'll return to a second part right after I upload that part to YouTube, and I'll return here at a later time. But yeah, like I said, this is something you don't want to get spoiled by from watching this video if you actually somehow care about the series. Also, keep in mind, Stupid FNAF Plush Fricks as a series is basically ending early because I'm tired of it. I have been working on it for 2 years, but it's just becoming too Marvel-like, if that makes sense. It's becoming too much time travel stuff, if that makes sense. Too many interdimensional, intergalactic travel type stuff. I wanna be more local. I wanna be more down to earth, but still fiction creative, if that makes sense. But I'm not gonna go bombastic like Marvel and stuff, because that's what Stupid FNAF Plush Fricks turned out to be, and it just ruined the whole point of it. So that's why I'm deciding to only make 2 more movies to this, and then it's over. Originally, Stupid FNAF Plush Bricks was gonna have like 800 episodes just so I could claim the title of having the most FNAF Plush videos, but y'all know that's never gonna happen. But if you really think about it, I could potentially have the most FNAF Plush episodes someday because, it's like, outsiders don't really count, like, specific series as, like, as a whole of every FNAF Plush project I made, there is a lot of them. Like, I have, like, 3 series going at one time right now. I got United Split going, which is my new main focus, and it's pretty much what I wanted Stupid FNAF Plush Bricks to basically become, but it didn't. It took the Marvel turn instead. And then you got Stupid FNAF Plush Bricks, the first series I made, and the longest running one with like 200-something episodes. And half of them are pointless to watch to begin with, and only like 5% of them have lore. And then there's, The Living Unliving, which is supposed to be a retelling of Stupid FNAF Plush Bricks, but it only includes the lore bits, and the episodes will feel more cinematic. They feel more professionally done, is what I'm going with that. I made a video about The Living Unliving before, why it's canceled and stuff. I decided in the end I'm not canceling it. I'm just temporarily keeping it on hold until, like, season 1, maybe season 2 of United Split is over before I continue working on The Living Unliving. So yeah, this is when Mr. Oldblade kills everyone, takes the building for himself, then eventually kidnaps Zebro or something. Also, keep in mind, despite me being the creator of all this story and stuff, I forget my own lore, so I even sometimes get lost when watching my older episodes.
Three, two, one.
Okay, so the reason I made, like, this, like, comic strip bit is because I figured, you know what, let's do that, it's cool. It's like one of those things I just figured would be cool in that moment, you know? It's like the Force, it came to my sense for that. And also, this title card for the movie is rushed, and the reason is because it was a last-minute decision. Like, I felt like, not all movies have that, intro card in their title, but I was like, fuck it. I'm sorry for swearing, too late now. It came to my nature that I just swear now. Okay, I'm sorry, guys, I'm sorry I said that. You can unplug your, kids' ears now. I'm so sorry. But, yeah, the reason that, title card looked rushed is because it is. That's all I'm gonna say. And also, yes, there's a lot of stolen music in this, because I don't care about copyright claims. I pirate everything now. That was on accident. Okay, originally, when David, like, hit the sand bottle, when he hit it, and then it, like, fell down, the portal gun, it was originally supposed to stay up and not turn on, but when it fell down, it just made the whole scene funnier, so I just included it in. And that, shot right after it, where it actually worked that time, I thought about it, and I just included that in there too anyway, so it looked like he did like 2 attempts before the portal turned on instead of once. So yeah, that's one of my first bloopers in any movie so far. I think I had a few bloopers, but not too many. And also the way I make scripts for the movies I make is kind of funny, because 90% of it is improvised. So basically what I do is I write a small little prompt for every single scene, like what the generics are of what the setting is like, what people do and stuff like that, and what happens in general, but there's no specific lines they say. I improvise all that, and no specific actions. All that is also improvised. Because I believe that the more improvisation there is, that goes with the narrative well, the better the movie is going to be quality-wise. And the more funny it can be, you know?
Hello.
Ear rape Bill Cipher. You know what, hold up. I'm gonna turn on a closed caption so since you can barely hear it, in case if you don't want to listen to my monologuing, if you're one of those weirdos who like to listen to commentaries on movies just so you can watch the free movie, then I'm just gonna do that for you anyway, because oh wait, there's no closed caption on this. Okay, my bad. Well, suck it up, Buttercup. The movie is free anyway. It's literally here on my YouTube channel. So yeah, Bill Cipher is basically explaining to David about crap and stuff. Coming up here is the scene where like I made like a bunch of random objects. Yeah, right here. Basically all I did is I positioned the camera in different ways, and I just like had to like make a ruckus in the garage like several times. So it makes it look like an object is falling at once, but I had to like make it fall at least like 5 times for the scene to work. Some of them being outtakes as well. See, okay, when you saw Bill Cipher like going up, I was like I made sure the part where you saw him coming back down wasn't there, but that part ended up being in the final cut anyway on accident. And when I saw that, I just got legitimately pissed that it was in the final version. Bill Cipher was not supposed to come back down. He was supposed to like look like he was flying out of the layer. And also the garage here, you can easily tell this is a garage, but it's actually it's a set room for me for a variety of situations. Like right now in this scene, it's in an underground bunker where the engine team lives. And then in another part of the movie, it's just a garage to the house. And then in United Split, it's what the inside of the abandoned lab looks like. Spoilers. And if you know it, like the garage, it's confusing in the movies I make because I use it a lot for my sets. So it looks like the same room is being shown over and over again, even though in the story it would be a different room when shown twice. If that makes sense. Like I use the garage for many different kinds of scenes. Same goes for the cabin and outside in the yard and stuff. I just try my best to make it look like it's somewhere different, even though it's not. For every other scene. And also, random fun fact, this is the first ever, like, full-length movie I made that is, like, feature-length in a single video ever. Like, this is the first time I made, like, I have made feature-length movies before, but they're all split into parts and stuff like that. Like, Villains with Desires, for example. Like Stupid FNAF Plush Fricks 200 Villains with Desires. That's split into 10 parts. It was originally supposed to be, like, an hour long each, and it was gonna be, like, 4 parts long. But it became 10 because I realized my editing app couldn't handle that, and I have a crappy phone right here. I wonder if it would have been better if I just screen recorded the movie, because my phone has YouTube too, instead of just like recording the TV. Well, I mean, recording the TV here of me watching it feels more genuine. Like, it feels more organic, I guess. Yeah, whatever. I was saying something earlier, but I forgot what it was. My bad. Oh yeah, like movies I mean. Yeah, so this movie that we're watching right now, Stupid FNAF Plush Fricks Episode 0, The Lost Memory, this is the first, like, feature-length movie I made that is just one video and is not split into several parts. Which I think is a freaking achievement. Like, when I was, like, editing this on my editing app on my phone, since it can't handle, like, I know what you're okay, I know what you guys are asking me. Joey, how did you, like, put a freaking 2-hour full video in your one phone? How is it not dying right now? Well, that's because, okay, I had this, like, unique strategy. I have a laptop behind me, right, on my desk. You've seen that set in some of our videos and whatnot. I'm sure you know what the cabin looks like. The desk and a table, and the west side of the cabin is all behind me and stuff. The living quarters, the bedroom is right in front of me. The TV is like there and stuff. But anyways, so what I do is I have this like USB transport drive, and I would plug it in my phone, and into my computer. So I'll transfer, like 30 minutes of content, of that scene of the movie into the computer, and then I put it on this other editing app on my computer that can actually handle 3-hour long movies and stuff like that. Maybe in 5-hour long movies. I don't know. I'm thinking about finding a way to like make Villains with Desires a full length, but that'll be a long time from now. But yeah, so basically, I take my phone that already has like the videos on it, and since it can't upload those videos at one time on my phone, I have to like put the videos in the computer. The computer can run that and not my phone, so it converts those videos into one like full length thing, and then I do final touches with editing on my computer, and then I upload it. And like waiting for it to export on the app itself took like 3 to 4 hours. I had to sit there playing Roblox and hopefully not let the computer shut down. I've been waiting there. It was like hell waiting for this thing to load, and I even considered just giving up on it, but determination said don't give up, you know? I had to sit in that chair at my computer, my laptop, and I had to wait for this like barely 2-hour long movie load for like 3 hours and a half while sitting there playing Roblox on my phone. And then I would have to wait a few days for it to upload on YouTube. So making the movie took like 5 days, while the process of uploading it to YouTube took like 3 days. So the whole process of making a 2-hour long indie movie, like a student project, can be as short as a little over a week, which is insane. I think there's an official movie that exists that was made under 3 days. I think. I could be wrong. I read that from somewhere, but I don't remember where. Also, if I go slightly off topic, that's really because there's really not much to talk about in majority of these scenes, for the most part. Well, at least some of them. I'm actually not sure, but yeah. If I go off topic anytime, it's really because there's nothing really going on in the scene in particular we're at right now. And it's kind of just pointless. If we're just talking about random stuff that such as right now, and this is the time to go to the bathroom in the movie theater, it's acceptable. Just don't be longer than 15 minutes, you know? Excuse me. And, so the kind of approach I was going with this movie, when you watch this movie, you'll notice it is a bit boring, and that's intentional. The reason why it's so boring and it's not so action-packed is really because I have this nostalgia for, like, watching, like, older, like, movies from, like, the 70s and 80s on DVDs, and, maybe even, like, 2000s, 90s, and stuff like that. I'll, like, play them on my massive DVD player on my, like, 80s, 90s TV in my room at the time, which is now Blake's, and, who's my sister, and I would, like, watch, like Star Wars, stuff like that, being a naive child, not knowing what the characters were saying, because I couldn't fully comprehend English at the time, because I was still, like, 3 or 4, whatever, I miss those days. I miss like just having a movie on, falling asleep, and not focusing on a movie at all. That's why I'm going with this. This is the movie that I want kids to like watch when they're falling asleep and not paying attention to the plot whatsoever. That's the point of this movie, to like watch it and fall asleep, you know? That's why I figured that stupid FNAF plush for X's beginning would be a perfect example. Not example. That's why I figured this opportunity would be really good to make out of this movie, because in the lore, this movie would have been boring anyway. So I might as well just like include that fact in there, that this movie was designed for that, you know, to sleep through. Like this movie was made for people to sleep through. Yeah, no action has happened yet. Well, I mean, minus the fact that Bill Cipher attacked you like 5 minutes ago, but that's like crappy action effects that I'm not gonna really learn professionally until like, sorry, the liquid falling into the other jar just made me laugh. But yeah, that's not something I'm gonna learn until like maybe a few years from now, because I don't have like high budget stuff yet. I will one day, just not right now. Also, you can probably tell what's new footage for this movie and what's old footage from past episodes. Once again, I'm really sorry for saying the F word back then. I'm so used to saying it. I'm so used to swearing now. I used to be like swear resistant like a year ago. Like I would not swear at all, but now I swear all the time in real life. I just said it because of that, but like I'm sorry if I like made your kids puke from that, you know? I try not to curse. Well, I'm trying not to curse for this video specifically. In most of my other content, there's at least one bad word in there. I'd say my YouTube channel would be given the PG-13, maybe even R rating. For language mostly. Maybe mild sexual content. Probably now violence, because if you've seen United Split 10, then yeah, there's a scene that goes on there. You know what? Okay. If you don't want to get spoiled by the United Split series, I recommend skipping to like approximately 5 minutes later. So basically what happens in the 10th episode of the United Split, there's a bunch of, you know what? You don't have to skip if you don't want to, but this will be a partial spoiler because I'm not going to mention everything that will be a spoiler, but I will say a clue to the spoiler. Let's say what makes my channel now somewhat R-rated, including like violence now, just now, is because there's a scene with a bunch of dead bodies, and one of the FNAF plushes has like actual gore oozing out of them. Don't worry, it's crushed strawberries and fruits and stuff, but I made it look as realistic as possible, and I like shoved it in the plush's neck and stuff that I cut open and stuff. It's brutal. It's not for the faint of heart. I'm kind of surprised of how good the effect is. Even Starly got a little squeamish from it, from like looking outside of it. Starly's my other sister. I have 2 sisters. Technically, I'm third. Well, okay, so technically I'm the third and the two and I'm the 2.5 women. Okay, there is yeah, there's 2.5. There's 2.5 women siblings in this household. and half a boy in this household too. Yes, yes. So like Starly is a girl, Blake is a girl, and I am both genders. Most of the time I feel genderless, but if I were to be one gender, I feel like more of a girl than a boy. How did watching a freaking plush inanimate object movie lead to me saying I'm gender fluid, even though you already know that I am? Weird. Eureka. I'll be honest, I really don't like watching this movie because of how boring it is. I don't even play it when I go to sleep because it's too awkward. I only made that effect for other people who aren't in my life, if that makes sense. Like, if you're a friend if you're like an acquaintance I barely know at school, then you'll enjoy this. Why is my video freezing up? Okay, never mind. Do you hear that high-pitched voice? Do you hear that high-pitched voice? That's me. From like 5, maybe 6 years ago. I had a high voice back in the day. I don't know why. I still do for my age. I'm 17 and a half years old. And this is what my voice sounds like. Don't get me wrong, I'm complaining. It sounds pretty feminine to me, and I'm glad about that. But like, maybe nerd emoji-ish, but, whatever. But, my voice was that high at like 12 years old. It's insane. I sounded like a squeaky child. That's exactly what it sounded like back in the day. Oh my god, I'm terrified. 2015 indie effects. Oh no. Well, no, this is 2017, my bad. But still feels like 2015. Bella! I miss her. She was our dog before she sadly passed away in 2018, right when the school year of middle school began. Like the first day of, like right after the first day of 6th grade middle school, Bella died, unfortunately. She was a good dog. And a year and a half later, in November of 2019, we got Lilu, who you see in some videos, but not too many. She's usually in the background of, like, videos. Oh my god, I'm scary. I laugh at this part all the time. Hold on. I know in, like, most of the, like, commentaries and stuff, like, director's cuts, they have this niche for, like, never rewinding the movie once or pausing for some reason, and that's what I'm sort of doing, but we gotta rewind and check that out real quick, because that's just priceless. Look at this, look at this. Oh, I'm gonna turn the freaking volume up for this. Apologies for my hand showing in the way. Oh my god, I'm scary. Will you quiet down a little bit, please? My dad is a freaking legend. He is based. Oh no. Now that I'm older than this like little kid right now, I know what the perspective of like my mom and dad were like at the time, like seeing this autism kid just like throw plushes around with his mom's camera. I was using my mom's phone for this at the time. This video was made in like 2017. Not the movie, this clip right here was made in 2017. I just like put it in this movie because it's part of the story now, apparently. The DTDM plush! I forgot where I put that thing. I hadn't seen that thing in years. Well, aside from the last time I watched this movie, which was like when I was making it, I only sat down to watch through this movie once because of like how boring it is. And like I said before, I would never play this movie when I'm going to sleep because I don't want to hear my like awkward nerd emoji voice like as I'm falling asleep and making out with my body pillow, you know? Too much information, my bad. I'm sorry.
My grandson, who turned into a different fox. God dang
That's
it.
some furry stuff right there.
Hey, grandson. Hey, granddad.
And I'm into that.
I came with someone.
You what with someone? You what with someone?
Okay. Step right up here. I think I can fix this.
You came with someone? You what with, oh my god. So you were with someone, and then you, shot on someone with someone. How did that work?
Alright,
Yeah, this... Well, I hate it when I'm not family friendly, when I'm trying to be Nick Jr. is never gonna... Yeah, I'm never gonna be hired for a Disney movie, I'll tell you that right now. That's just not my material. The unfortunate thing is that I want to, like, teach children and stuff like that, like, how to do good things like this, and, like, tell them about nostalgia and stuff like that, and, like, I like relating to kids a lot, because, like, I like, but, like, the thing is that, like, hold on, I forgot what I was gonna say. Okay. So, like, the problem is I like kids, but, like, I want to, like, teach them how to, like, do great things or whatever, once I get the knowledge, of course, because I don't really got that yet, but I want to inspire kids to go, fuck. I want to inspire kids to do creative stuff like this. Yes, that kind of creativity. But the problem is that like my material and my first impression would be this like swearing maniac, you know? Like I say fuck every like 5 seconds now, and yes, I don't even care to say it now because I said it too many times now.
You're yourself again. Yay, we're ourselves again.
But anyway, what little kid is gonna come across this director's cut anyway? Most of you watching this are friends of mine, and that's really it. Either that or family members. No one else is really gonna see this, apart from like auto count views that aren't actual people. That's the reason why videos get so many views. It's because YouTube has this like auto viewer thing. Like there's a lot of viewers that watch like people's videos that aren't actual people and stuff like that, which it's like a view count type thing. It's like fake numbers for views. So like a video of yours could say it got 30 views, but in reality only one real person watched it, and all the other 29 are just like fake robots and stuff like that. And then when like a video says it has like 1,000 views, only like 20 people watched it.
Really?
Maybe less.
Yeah.
This has 42. No, it does not have 42 views on it. That's a fake number right there. That's not 42 views. In actuality, maybe like 5 or 6 people actually watched this, and maybe 2 to the very end. No one cares about this movie, which is understandable. It's the most fucking boring thing I ever made in the world. But plot-wise, better than the egg thing, which is why I'm gonna remake it soon for United Split. Exclusive content right there! You just got spoiled for what's about to come. Exclusive content. You guys got some exclusive content in the hidden video. Because that information came out of nowhere. The egg thing will be appearing in like United Split 11, 12, and the bonus episode, which is the Egg Thing movie part 2. Well, not part 2, but it's like a remake of the Egg Thing movie, like reprised for like United Split story. I gotta pee real quick. Let's hope like hold on, I'm gonna pause this. I'm gonna pee real quick. I'm gonna pause this. Oh, sorry, I was just singing the epic song. See if you can guess what it is. But anyways, we're gonna look at how much we got left. I don't want to watch this. It's boring. Ah! Ah! All right. Let's just go on with it. So the way I made like FNAF plush videos up until like episode 194, I think, were all vertical screened. And the reason is because episode 1 so happened to be vertical screen on accident. Finally. Glitchtrap just said, finally. Anyways,
Initiate the next plan.
Just intense. Finally. But yeah, the reason why, all, like, half of the FNAF plush episodes, well, more than half of the FNAF plush episodes are, like, vertical screened, is because, the first episode, it was by accident, and I was about to remake it in horizontal form, but then I thought, wait, what plush channel intentionally would make a joke about a vertical screen effect? So that's what I did. I had a crappy camera format for the rest of the series, then on 4th as a tradition. Yeah, so like every Stupid FNAF Plush Fricks episode is vertical because I wanted it to be that way for the joke on purpose. Like, to basically make fun of the other, like, plush YouTubers that do vertical screens, you know what I mean? But then I figured, like, for episode 190, whatever episode was the one that Chica time traveled back in, like, forward in time in another universe, whatever that episode was, like, time traveling Chica, that was the first, that was actually the second Stupid FNAF Plush Bricks video to, have a horizontal screen. I'll explain this scene in a minute, that's in front of you, but, yeah. It was the first of the horizontal screen stuff of episodes, so I just decided I would, continue that, and I'll be like, whatever, this joke is getting old for the vertical screen thing, so I'm just gonna, like, film it normal from now on, cinematic mode. And, the scene you were seeing right before you, yes, in my timeline, the special strike by the hottest dog is canon in, Stupid FNAF Plush Bricks. Okay, so it's not a vice versa effect. Like, to the hottest dog, I haven't gotten his permission where I can be canon to his universe, so for the time being, in my perspective, his story is canon to me, but Stupid FNAF Plush Fricks isn't canon to him, if that makes sense.
Come on, dear friend. We have to go to this house I found.
That line was intentional, by the way. When Bill Cipher said, "Come on, dear friend," it also sounds like "come on to your friend." And that was intentional, so I just made it sound like both, so it could go, like, vague either way, for comedy. Come on, dear friend. You see, it could sound like both. Like, hear one, come on to your friend, like the NSFW type stuff. Or you could hear it, come on, dear friend. And just come on, dear friend sounds like a heavy accent for a come on to your friend anyway.
The dynamic duo, Bill Cipher.
I love these two.
Deal, Ranter, and you pathetic egg. You little egg thing.
That was also intentional.
Now we must go.
It's a reference to the egg thing. And also, if you guys don't know what the egg thing is, I'm gonna actually tell the full story right now. It's actually based off of, like, a really, like, deeply terrifying story that I found out. Like, okay, so, like, my mom, when she was, like, 15 years old, she saw this, like, shadow of an egg one night, outside her window, like, past the street and everything. It was, like, floating above the sidewalk on the other side of the road. And it was, like, slowly hovering to the right. And it was, like, pitch black dark out, so she was, like, just barely able to see it or make out the shape of it being a chicken egg. And it was, like, the size of a car, she said. Like a vertical car. And, she said it may or may not have had lights on it, but on my edition of what the egg thing looks like in my depiction, I just put, like, 4 lights on it, each being blue and green, surrounding the bottom perimeter, the bottom equator of the egg. And, Mom most likely thinks it's just a dream. I agree with that. But I'm very interested in this. Like, just imagining, like, seeing, like, a UFO type thing across from you outside of your house is terrifying as a concept to me. So that's why I include this. I'm looking behind me right now as I'm talking, because it's like, oh, I gotta turn a light on. Shit. I'm scared shitless right now. Well, yeah, the reason, sorry if that, like, affects the quality of the video a bit, but whatever. I thought I saw something in the mirror then. Okay, it was nothing. But, yeah, basically, the reason why I include the egg thing and everything now is because I really like the concept of, like, how terrifying something watching you from a distance can be. Like, something watching you, but you don't know what that watcher is. It's like, if, like, it's like a UFO spying on you type of feeling when you're, like, isolated. That's, like, what I'm trying to do with the egg thing, and I want to show potential of it in this. And that's why I don't like the egg thing movie I made too much, because I feel like, there's things I could have done better, things I could have done worse. The reason I didn't fix that is because, like, when I uploaded that movie, it was too late to fix anything. The egg thing. So I figured, fuck it, I'll, like, make a remake of it in the future. And that's what I have planned for United Split. I'm gonna make a remake of its story, and hopefully a lot better one, too, where it's, like, less boring and more scary, you know what I mean? And I'm actually gonna do a director's commentary on the egg thing, after a few uploads, after whatever's next on my YouTube channel. Right after this video that you're watching right now, I got my personal nostalgia experiences part 2. My nostalgia retrospective is what it's called. And after that, I think I made another Minecraft map I want to show you. It was like a parkour map. One Way Out, yeah, that's what it's called. And I think after that is, like, the 11th United Split thing. Then there's, the 2 out of 4 Afton's Hell series, the FNAF plush song thing for, like, the non-FNAF song of, The Ripper, that came from MX vs. ATV Untamed. Wait, no, Unleashed, sorry. And then after that, I'm probably gonna make, the director's cut to the egg thing. The original egg thing, not the reprised version. That's gonna be the 13th episode of United Split. Yeah, I had to fill in the gaps for, like, what happened to, like, the extras in the background of the last video I made of, like, the FNAF plushes when I was 10 years old thing that we saw halfway through this movie. So far. So, like, now the Dan TDM plush is dead, the other things are dead, Balloon Boy is dead, and stuff. Blah, blah, blah. There wasn't even a Balloon Boy plush featured in that, but that was what they mentioned earlier, I think. This video, why do I keep saying, this part of the movie you're watching right now is a video that also already released, but it was released a lot sooner than majority of the ones in here. You can think of this movie as a random episode compilation in storyline order, but there's also added scenes that fill in the gaps, which is just barely majority of the movie. Like 60%, 40% of this movie is old content, 60% of it is new scenes and stuff. Enjoy your 5 long nights. Probably want to catch your JT music songs other than Join Us for a Bite, in my opinion. Also, it was just now I considered the fact that plushes couldn't, like, fly in mid-air like most FNAF plush YouTubers depict them to be. So I'm starting to be more realistic with that now of how they would actually be in the environment. And also for, like, the United Split series, I'm trying to hide my hands more often so it doesn't break character or make you realize, oh, I'm watching a series, not a FNAF plush universe that I'm actually in. You know what I mean? Like, I want people to be invested in this, and I want them to be fully, like, feel like they're a part of the story. So that's why you'll see, like, me not showing my hand as often, especially for, like, the newer uploads of FNAF plush content. Because I want people, like, think that the plushes are actually moving on their own and not, like, me holding them from somewhere. Because right now, you can clearly see my arm holding the plush, and it doesn't look like there's enough personification inside this plush right now, but, like, that's what I'm trying to do with, like, the newer stuff. I'm trying to give him more of the animate stuff to them. More soul, you could say.
Who are you? That's not important right now. What's important is that I gotta reset you because I feel like you're knowing too much about what we do around here. What are you talking about? Who are you? I might as well tell you because you're not gonna remember my name shortly after. I'm David. Prepare to forget.
That's a hard line. I'm David.
The procedure was short, but worth it. If people say that, I don't know. Whatever.
When I said, like, everything about the production of this movie was made in 5 days, I mean it from, like, when I was, like, just filming it, not really the other stuff. I wrote the script for it. Well, technically, the script already existed for a few years, like, during, like, the Middle Ages of this series' existence, and I had that story in mind, but I didn't consider making a movie out of this until, like, a week before then. So then I wrote the, like, the general plot, which is what I call a script, like, quotation marks, script, so, like, the script I made is like just like this plot thing I told you about. That's like generic stuff. It doesn't include like lines and whatnot. I just improvise all that. Shit, I forgot what I was gonna say. It was important, but I forgot what I was gonna say. I hate having short-term memory loss. It sucks. I think I have it at least. That's what my mom thinks. She has it too, because it, like, runs in the family. It's the Dory effect! We have the Dory effect! The Hungarian side of the family has the Dory effect. Did I say Dora effect or Dory effect? That Dory effect! Dora effect. The Dora effect. The Spanish is taking over everything. El español. It's a quesadillas. I don't know why I decided Nightmare Foxy to come out from the top. I guess for variety, I guess. Like, I did that for, like, the effect of, like, not knowing where, like... So, like, everything is always unpredictable, if that makes sense. If it's not obvious, though, in the story that those are a bunch of ramen noodles, but in real life, that's actually just a bunch of string. I think it's like a cat toy or something that got shredded up by Millie. Both of my sister's cat. She has this like massive cat tree that I use for this scene. It's like this cat tree that we got is the same kind that Moist Critical has in his recording space where his cat likes to go to. It's that same one. But except the hangy ball thing where like the cats can like punch it or whatever, that's been torn off by me. I tore it off on accident one night, about a month ago, maybe a few months ago. I was like trying to pet Millie and then my arm slipped and then I just like ripped that ball off. Out of context. Foxy is down bad. I almost remembered what I was gonna say that I forgot about earlier, but I still forgot what it was. Whatever. I'm sure you guys could like figure out. Oh yeah, like how long it took me to make the movie. The script, it technically already existed for like years, but then I reprised it and like remastered it, to like make it well for a movie, and which is where I got the idea. I got the idea of a movie like the day before recording it, so then I recorded it, which is actually like 5 days of filming, so that's 6 days in the making in all production, so plus editing and uploading, that's 3 extra days, so 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It took me 9 days for the whole production of this movie entirely. That's a very short time for a 2-hour-long movie. But hey, this 2-hour-long movie relies mostly on practical effects on the spot in the scene at once, rather than editing, so that's probably why it moved so fast, because there wasn't really any editing involved with this that much. Very minor edits, like in fact, the scene where you saw like Foxy trying to make out with Chica and stuff, trying to pounce babies in her with his invisible penis. Basically what that like part where like it showed the crappy fan art of like the Chica Foxy ship that everyone's supposed to burn in fire, and I would too myself. I added that in there, and then I add like the "oh my god" sound effect in there too, for like just extra like comedy, so it's less awkward when actually watching it. That walkie-talkie thing David is holding is actually like one of those like remote LED light things for like LED light bulbs. I don't know where like the LED light bulb is now, but I want it back. I miss that thing. It was awesome. I do have a few LED lights in here, but they're not the same, you know? After this like little like okay, so what I did here is I wanted to also have this movie include like one of those like montages that all epic movies are supposed to have, like epic indie movies, with like an awesome song in the background. That's what I did here, because I thought it was just necessary, you know, because it was like just because my instincts told me to make a montage scene. That's just it. That's what this part coming up is. After the montage scene, I'm gonna cut part 1 for now, and then I'll return to part 2 sometime tomorrow. At the same time of either before or after making part 2 to this, of the director's cut for this movie, I'll also be making the nostalgia retrospective part 2, which is gonna involve Sly Cooper, if you ever remember that. Yes, I have nostalgia for that game. specifically the second Sly Cooper game. I'll talk about more in the actual, video when it drops tomorrow. Well, it's not gonna drop tomorrow, it's actually gonna drop, sometime next week. The reason I record that random B is because, the reason I recorded that random Carpenter B just there is because, I needed more footage to, sync the music perfectly with the events of this. And also, the music wasn't originally supposed to be It's Me by Try Hard Ninja like you're hearing now. It was originally supposed to be The Experiment. I forgot who made it, but, it's in, one of the Memeverse episodes that Derpy Horse 4 made. The song's called The Experiment. It was the song that was originally supposed to sync up to this, but for some reason my autism mind just told me to make It's Me instead. Alright, so that's the end of part 1 for this, and I'm pretty sure that's the end of a very long Act 1 that's almost half as long as the entire movie itself. And, yeah, I'll see you guys in part 2. Forgive me for my, slong tongue language that you weren't expecting, probably. Definitely don't show this to the elementary schoolers, in the same school I grew up in. That was my original idea for this, but I realized, nah. I'll try to be... For the first Egg Thing movie that I made, I'm not gonna swear at all, and I'm not gonna make dirty jokes. While in this movie, I will. Alright? That is the movie I'll be showing those kids. Well, no, that is the director's cut I'll be showing, the kids to inspire. Not this one, because obviously I've been swearing and shit in this one already, but... in the future one I'm gonna make, that's gonna be more family friendly. I intend not to swear in the future one. So yeah, I'll see you guys later in part 2, which will come out uploaded tomorrow. And yeah, later.